Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn ladder fraction. We are going to explore into the evaluation of ladder fraction. We shall take so many examples, and we also give you examples as sundry to tackle. At the end of this tutorial, you will be able to solve within a twinkling of an eyelid every questions that is from ladder fractions. Get ready with your writing materials. Let us start immediately. What is a ladder fraction? A ladder fraction is otherwise called continued fraction. It is a fraction that has the structure of a ladder. And if it has the structure of a ladder, to climb a ladder, you can't climb a ladder beginning from the top. You always climb a ladder from the bottom. So everything we are going to do in solving problem of ladder fraction or ladder division, we are going to begin from the bottom. We climb the first ladder to the second ladder and to the third ladder to the fourth ladder, as the case may be. So now let us take a look at how ladder fraction look like, their structure, and what we take note of in attempting to resolve questions or problems from a ladder fraction. Now let us take a look at the screen. You see different ladder fractions. The first one is shown there. The question on ladder fraction is always evaluate. So you'll be asked to evaluate these questions. These questions here are of different structure. We are first of all going to explain the structures of this ladder fraction, what we look at, what we watch out for, and how to resolve each of the structure one after the other. Now we have been able to put number in each of the fraction. We have fraction number 1, ladder fraction number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Now let us take the structure of ladder fraction number 1. The question is evaluate the fraction, evaluate the ladder fraction that is on the screen. Now the first thing you will do is to count the ladder. How many ladder did we have? How many steps? How many ladder are we going to climb in this fraction? And how do you know where to count? You start counting in ladder fraction from the bottom. And what did you need to count? You count the whole number. The whole number from this ladder fraction number 1, you discover that we have from the bottom, we have 1 plus, that's a whole number. That's the first ladder. The second ladder is 1 plus. The third ladder is 1 plus. And the fourth ladder is 1 plus. So to know the number of ladder is to count the whole number. In this question, the number of ladder is 4, which is from the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the first thing to do when you are tackling a ladder fraction question. First of all, determine the ladder, the number of ladder, and after determining the number of ladder, you write it down. Then secondly, you will go to the bottommost fraction. The ladder fraction on the board, the bottommost fraction now is 3 over 4. You will note it and also write it down. That is two things now, the ladder number and the bottommost fraction. So let us look at the structure of this ladder. We discover that the structure of this ladder, all the whole number are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And they are 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus. So that is the structure. And all the numerator are 1, 1, 1, except the bottommost fraction, which has the numerator of what? 3. We have the numerator of 3. So we note that too. Then let us go to ladder fraction 2, which is this. You discover that they look alike with ladder fraction 1. It is also a 4 ladder fraction, but the difference is that the whole number are not all in plus plus plus. The whole number, like the first whole number here from the bottom, is 1 minus, the next is 1 plus, the next is 1 minus, and the last or the fourth ladder is 1 plus. So while the first one are all in 1 plus, 1 plus, 1 plus, the second one is in form of 1 plus, 1 minus, 1 plus, 1 minus. You must also take note of the operator in the word ladder question. Now, the next one, ladder question 2 or ladder question 3, all the operators there are negative, negative, negative. That is to say, all the fraction, all the whole number are 1 from the bottom, 1 minus, 1 minus, 1 minus, 1 minus. Also, that is the structure, and question can come out in form of the structure. Then another structure is this example 4 or structure 4 or question 4, where you have the whole number are not all 1. From the bottom of this example 4, from the bottom you have the first whole number there. The first ladder is 1. The second ladder is 3 minus. The third ladder is 2 plus. And the fourth ladder is 1 plus. So it can come out in this way, while the numerators from the first ladder is 3, the numerator for the second ladder 1, 1, 1. Now we go to the third structure. The third structure, which is number 5 here, we also have a different structure here. We have this one is a 3 ladder fraction. A 3 ladder fraction, because your number are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you discover that the numerators of the most bottom fraction is 4. The second is what? 3. And the third is what? 2. So you take note of that structure. I will tell you more things about the structure and how to resolve problem when they are having different structures. Now, I want you to understand that the first thing we do when resolving ladder question is count the ladder number. Secondly, you would write down the bottommost fraction. The bottommost fraction, like this ladder fraction 1, is 3 over 4. And how you are going to write it? You write the numerator first, 3, and followed by what? The denominator. That is, you are going to write 3 and 4. After doing that, then you start to evaluate or give value or find the value of each of the ladder, beginning from what? The bottom ladder. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay, let me ask you a question here. Look critically at ladder fraction 1. How many ladder do they have? Did it have? 3? No, not 3. Not 3 ladder. Yes, 4. Yes, you are right. It is 4 ladder fraction. Ladder fraction 1 as for ladder. Ladder fraction 2 as for ladder. Ladder fraction 3 as for ladder. Question 4 as for ladder. What of question 5? Question 5 has how many ladder? 3 ladder. You are right. Now I know you understand it. Let's proceed. Now we are going to take a first example of question in ladder word fraction. Take the first example. Now, this is example 1. Example 1 says evaluate the ladder fraction on the screen. Evaluate the ladder fraction. Now, after the question, you discover there are options. So now I want to return you to the structure. You discover that this example 1 have a different structure from the 5 examples we just finished explaining now. If you watch this example 1 critically, you discover that it is a 4 ladder fraction. Yes, and there is another ladder on top of the 4th ladder. Look at it. There is another ladder on top of the 4th ladder. Look at the ladder. The ladder is 1, 2, 3, 4. After the 4th ladder, there is another ladder above. Though the ladder above did not bear a whole number, so we do not count it as a complete ladder. So it has 4 ladder words. It's a 4 ladder word fraction. Let me go back to where we are just coming from. You discover that this question 1, there is no ladder above the 4th ladder. No ladder above the 4th ladder. After the 4th ladder, there's no other ladder on top. So this is a different question from the one we are going to tackle. And I will tell you the difference and how to go about arriving at the correct answer. So let's go back. Now, this ladder above the 4th ladder shows that whatever we are going to get as our result, we are taking the reciprocal. As if we get 5 over 2, the answer will now become 2 over 5. That is what that ladder above the 4th ladder shows. Now let us go and solve it. Solution now. Number of ladder is 4. The reason why we are taking out this number of ladder is for us to know the value of the ladder we are going to find. We are going to find value for 4 ladder. Ladder 1, ladder 2, ladder 3, ladder 4, ladder 5, as the case may be. And the value, we'll start finding the value from the bottom. So we are going to first of all find the value of the first ladder from the bottom. In ladder fraction, we begin whatever we are doing from the bottom. So if I say ladder 1, I mean the ladder from the bottom, the value from the bottom. So ladder 1, to give value to ladder 1, we first of all write down the number of ladder to know how many ladder value we are going to find. Secondly, we write down the bottommost fraction. In this case, the bottommost fraction is 3 over 4. we write it in this form, the numerator first 3, and we now go and write what the denominator next, that is 3 and 4. Now we are going to first find the first value, the value of the first ladder. The value of the first ladder is the value here, which is 1. The first ladder, the whole number is 1, times the denominator of this fraction, which is what? 4. 1 times 4 plus 3. As if we are trying to change this fraction to improper fraction. 1 times 4 times 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 plus 3. 1 times 4 is 4 plus 3 is what? 7. That is what we did here. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. That is how we arrive at the first ladder, which is what? 7. Then the second ladder, because all the ladder there are positive and they have 1, 1, what we just do is to add subsequent ladder. The second ladder will be 7 plus 11. No, that's a mistake. The second ladder will be 7 plus 4. And 7 plus 4 is what? 11. And the third ladder will be 11 plus 7. 11 plus 7 is 18. That is the third ladder. And the fourth ladder is 18 plus 11. 18 plus 11 is what? 29. And the solution is the fourth ladder over the third ladder. So that the solution will become 29 over what? 18. Yes. So, but there is a ladder above ladder 4. Since there's a ladder above ladder 4, then we take the reciprocal of our answer. So the correct answer now becomes 18 over what? 29. Now, if we go to the option, we discover there is 29 over 18, which is wrong because there's a ladder above the fourth ladder. We cannot choose that. And the correct option is what? D. Correct option is D. Correct option is D. 18 over what? 29. Now, how did we arrive at this ladder? Ladder 1, ladder 2, ladder 3, ladder 4. To enable you understand it properly, I said ladder 1, this is how we find the value. 1 times 5, which is 5. Well, another mistake here. Please, so this is 1 times 4. 1 times 4, not 1 times 5. 1 times 4 plus 3. 1 times 4 is 4 plus 3 is 7. This 5 here should be changed to what? 4. The 5 should be changed to 4 so that it reads 1 times 4, which is 4, plus 3, which is what? 7. Now ladder 2. Ladder 2 is 1 times 7 plus 4, which is what? 11. And ladder 3 is 1 times 11, which is 11, plus 8, which is 18. And ladder 4 is 1 times 8 plus 11, which is what? 29. So your answer is 29 over 18. When you take the reciprocal of 29 over 18, because of the ladder above the fourth ladder, we now have the correct answer as 18 over 29. Is that clear? Now let us go to the next example. The next example is example 2. Example 2, the same type of fraction. The only difference here is that this fraction has all the whole number positive and negative, all the whole number negative. That is the only thing that is the difference here. So we take example 2. The first thing we do is to identify the ladder number. The ladder number is 4. Then after taking the 4, we write down the bottommost fraction. In this case, the bottommost fraction is 2 over 3. And we write it out in this form, 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are not ladder. The ladder value will begin from 1. So what do we do? To find the ladder value for ladder 1 is just 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is equals to 1. Then the next value is 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is equals to minus what? 2. The next value is minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 is equals to what? 3. Minus 3, I mean. Then the next value is minus 3 minus into open bracket close minus 2. In this case, we have minus 3 plus 2. And minus 3 plus 2 is equals to what? Minus 1. Then the solution to this question is third ladder over fourth ladder over what? Third ladder, which is 1 over 2. And because there is a ladder above the fourth ladder, you take the reciprocal of 1 over 3, which is equals to what? 3. How do we arrive at this ladder value? It's also shown here. Ladder 1 is 1 times 3, which is 3, minus 2, which is equals to 1. Ladder 2 is 1 times 1, which is 1, minus 3, which is minus 2. That is 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Ladder 3 is 1 times 1, which is minus 1, minus 1 minus 2 is equals to minus 3. The fourth ladder, which is 1 times minus 3 minus into minus 2 is the same thing as minus 3 plus 2, which is equals to what? Minus 1. Is it clear? Is there any question? Okay, let's proceed to example 3. Example 3 is the same routine, the same thing we did. What we need to do, we count the ladder and we write down the bottommost fraction. Now, question for you. How many ladder are in this ladder fraction? You are correct. There are 4 ladders. Now, what is the bottommost fraction? You are right. The bottommost fraction is 2 over 3. Now, what are the 2 steps to begin resolving question in ladder fraction? The 2 steps is 1. First of all, identify the number of ladder. Second step, write down the bottommost fraction, numerator first, then the denominator, and find their value. Alright, so we begin. So, first of all, is 4 ladder. That 4 means we are finding value for 4 ladder. Ladder 1, ladder 2, ladder 3, ladder 4. That is the meaning of that 4. Now, we are going, we've written down that number, they are plus. The first ladder is 3 plus 2, which is 5. The next ladder is 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3, which is what? 8. The next ladder is 8 8 plus 5, which is what? 13. And the next ladder is 13 plus 8, which is 21. That is all. Then we arrive at the value of the ladder now become ladder 1 is 5, ladder 2 is 8, ladder 3 is 13, and ladder 4 is what? 21. So our answer is fourth ladder over third ladder. The answer is just what? 21 over what? 13. Now this question has no ladder above the fourth ladder, so the answer remains 21 over what? 13, as can be found in the option. The right correct option there is what? Option what? A. Any question? If there's no question, let's take the next example. Yes, this is example 4. You see, evaluates 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over 1 whole number 3 over what? 5. This is how many ladder question that is there? This question is 3 ladder question. It is the same way, the same method that we have done the rest one. You can resolve this one within, let me say, 15 seconds, and you are done. Now, what you need to do, the first thing, write down the ladder number, which is what? 3. That means we are going to give value to 3 ladder. The first ladder, the bottom ladder, the second ladder, the middle ladder, and the third ladder, which is the upper ladder. Now, the same routine. The fraction now is 3 and 5. 3 and what? 5. You write 3 and 5. The first ladder is 3 plus 5, which is 8. The second ladder is 8 plus 5, which is what? 13. And the fourth ladder is 13 plus 8, which is what? 21. And then our solution is 21 over what? 13. 21 over 13. This question has the same answer with the other one, though they are different. They are not the same word question. So our solution is 21 over what? 13, as can be found in what? Option C. Option C. Any question? The next example is question 5. Next example is question 5. Question 5 says, evaluate 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1 over 4. Whatever form it comes, this method will resolve it within a twinkling of an eyelid. Now the same thing, you will write down the what number of what? Ladder. In this case, the number of ladder is what? 4. After writing down the number of ladder, you write down the bottommost fraction. The bottommost fraction here is what? Is 1 over what? 4. You write it down. So you write it down, 1, which is the numerator, and 4, which is the denominator. What you will do here, because this operator here is minus, you continue to minus. Instead of the other one we did was plus, so we were adding. But this time around it is minus, so we'll continue to minus to remove. So the first one here is the first ladder. The value is 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. The second value is 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. The fourth value is minus 1 minus 3. Minus 1 minus 3 is the same thing as minus 4. So minus 4 is the third ladder. Then the fourth ladder is minus 4 minus into open brackets and close minus 4, which is the same thing as minus 4 plus 4. Then what we did there, we have what? Minus what? 3. We have minus 3. So our solution is the fourth ladder over the third ladder, which is minus 3 over minus 4. And minus 3 over minus 4 is the same thing as 3 over 4. Because the negative sign cross out with the negative sign of the numerator and the denominator. So what we have now is 3 over what? 4. Any question? Since there's no question, you will solve the following. The first question for your home drill is this. Question 6, home drill 1. Go and play with it and text your understanding of this tutorial on ladder fraction. That is the first question, your first home drill. Then your second home drill is this. Look at the fraction. You say evaluate 1 over 1 plus 2 over 3 over 1 plus 3 over 1 whole number 4 over what? 5. Use it as practice. Use it to understand, to know whether you understand or you do not understand this tutorial on ladder fraction. The next question for your drill is this. Evaluate. You have to tackle them to assess your understanding of ladder what? Fraction. Tackle them. Make sure you tackle them. To know mathematics is to do mathematics. If you want to be expert in mathematics, then practice. As practice make what? Perfect. The next one is this. The next question is this. Question 7. You have to practice it. You have to learn them and ensure that you know them very well, so that anywhere, in any form or shape that the ladder question from ladder fraction will disguise itself, you just resolve it within a twinkling of an eyelid. Now, this is another question. There are enough questions for you to assess yourself, to test yourself whether you understand the tutorial on ladder fraction. Now, another fraction, question again is part of your home drill. Copy them out. Make sure you solve them. Do not just keep them. Make sure you solve them and ensure you get the correct answer. When your answer is not correct, that means there's something you have not known about this. This tutorial in ladder fraction. What that means is to inform you to go and study the more, to go back to this lecture and listen to this lecture. Not until you get the correct answer. Don't give up. Now, we are going to take a look at the last example. That question says 3 plus 9 over 3. No, it says evaluate 3 plus 9 over 2 plus 3 over 1 whole number 7 over 8. Now let me ask question. How many ladders are there in this fraction? Yeah, you. 4 ladder. 4 ladder. No. The next person. 4 ladder. 4 ladder. I say wrong. Next. Good. This is 3 ladder fraction. The ladder are from the bottom. The first whole number, which is 1 plus. Second ladder, 2 plus. Third ladder, 3 plus. So the first thing we'll do now is to write down the number of ladder. Writing down the number of ladder will enable us to know how many ladder value are we going to compute. So after that, after writing down the number of the ladder, then we look at the bottommost fraction, which is 7 over 8. We write it down like this. The numerator 7 and the denominator 8. And what are we doing there? You see there's different here. In this question, the whole number are not just 1, 1. The bottommost whole number is 1. The second whole number is 2. And the third whole number is 3. So there's a different way of solving it. What are we going to do? Is to find the first ladder is just 1 times 8 plus 7. Divide by the first numerator of the first ladder. The numerator of the first ladder is 3. So this numerator here, if they are not 1, you will use it to divide whatever you arrive at as the value of your ladder. So to get ladder 1 is 1 times 8 plus 7. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the first ladder, the value is 5. And what is the second ladder? The second ladder says the value of the second ladder is 2, which means we are going to use 2 to times 5, then plus 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. We have arrived at 18, divided by the numerator of ladder 2. The numerator is 9. So 18 divided by 9 is 2. Yes. Now the fourth ladder, value of the fourth ladder on the question is 3. And that means the fourth ladder, the third ladder will be 3 times 2 plus 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So the third ladder is 11. So the solution now is 11 over 2. 11 over 2. Take notes. And this is how we got each ladder. They are explained in the notes. First ladder 1 is gotten by 1 times 8, which is 8 plus 7, 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Ladder 2 is 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 8, which is 18. 18 divided by 9 is 2. Ladder 3 is 3 times 2, which is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11, which is 11. Is that clear? Any question? Okay. Let us proceed. Now, this last example is 3-in-1 example. It's a 5-in-1 question. There are 5 questions in that table, and the 5 questions have been solved. There's no more need trying to explain or waste time explaining too much. It is the same routine. Question 1 here, the first question here, we have seen it. the number of ladder is 4. Then the bottom fraction is 3 over 4. Then you resolve it as we are resolving it. And in resolving it, we have the bottom fraction here, like this. So, like, bottom fraction is what, 3 over 5? No. Please, this bottom fraction is not 3 over 5. It's 3 over 4. Please correct that, please. There's a typographical error. It's saying the bottom fraction is 3 over 4, not 3 over 5. So this question 1 changes bottommost fraction to be 3 over 4. And where we write it, change it for us, 3 over 4, not 3 over 5. So having recognized that it is 3 and 4, then the first ladder will be 4 plus 3. And 4 plus 3 is what? 7. That's how we got this 7. So this 5 should be changed to what? 4. Now the second fraction will be 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. The second ladder will be 7 plus 4. Not 7 plus 5 or 7 plus 4. Because we are changing this 5 to what? 4. Then the next is 11 plus 7. 11 plus 7 is 18. And the next is 18 plus 11. 18 plus 11 is 29. So that our solution will be 29 over 18. 29 over 18. That is the answer. As there is no other ladder above the fourth ladder. So our answer is 29 over 18. So also 2. Fraction 2 is also a 4-ladder fraction, and this 4-ladder fraction, the no number are plus minus are the same thing. Where we see plus with plus, where we see minus with minus. Now let us go to the last fraction, that is this fraction here. The last fraction is 1 plus 2 over 1 plus 3 over 1 number 1, 4 over 5. It is the same routine. We write down the fraction, bottom fraction, and evaluate each of the ladder, just as we have done in other questions. Now, doing that, we have 3, we have 4, 5. Then 5 minus 4 is 5 minus 4 is 3. The bottommost fraction is 4 over 5. 4, 5. Yeah. Which is 4, 5 minus 4. An error occurred there too. Okay. 4 over 5. Let me see. Good. 4 over 5. 1, 1, 1, 1. Alright. 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5 is what? 9. Just as we divide in the other one, we are going to divide whatever we get as the value of the first ladder by 3. And also, we divide whatever we get as the value of the second ladder with what? By what? 2. So that is what we did here. From here now, the value of the first ladder is 5 plus 4, which is 9. 9 divided by 3 is what? 3. So the value of the first ladder is 3. Then the second ladder is 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 2, which is the numerator of the second ladder, of the second fraction. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then the next ladder is 4 plus 3, which is equals to what? 7. So that our answer becomes 7 over 4. You see, resolving question in ladder fraction is very simple. Now, you must make sure you solve these assignments and rehearse all the examples. Doing so will make you master of ladder fraction in any form that it is discussed. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If you have any question that have not been addressed in course of this tutorial, you can WhatsApp us or call us directly in our WhatsApp line, which is at 080-3554-2119. I repeat, 080-3554-2119. Our channel is at Jonah Beecroft Obi. So if you want to get our publication, just go to YouTube and type search at Jonah Beecroft Obi. It will open all our publication and we go through them as it will interest you. Thank you for learning with us. Bye.